Ma'am, what motivated you to come down here today and march for and speak out for justice?
I'm here today in support of President Obama's jobs bill because I am infuriated at the fact that Congress has to be convinced that there's a need for a jobs bill.
Right.
I'm also upset because of the fact that there's been so much abuse to us, the 99%. It started, as far as I could tell, with the Bush administration, and I'm so glad to see Occupy because I have been at home hollering at my TV set when they invaded Iraq, and I saw on the Dick Fagler show, not Dick Fagler, Letterman, I can't remember his name, but he just admitted that the Iraqi war was a mistake. Tell that to Saddam Hussein and his murdered sons. Tell that to the Iraqi people whose country has been destroyed. Tell that to all of us who've paid prices for gas and oil that's been out of this world. But I'm here because Occupy is giving us a platform. Everybody has an issue. Do you know, on the bus, the local RTA bus coming down here today, a young lady told me that she volunteers at John Adams High School on the east side of Cleveland. They have 1,400 students and 114 teachers, 50 students per class. Their substitute teachers cannot teach. They cannot do anything in the classroom except babysit. And she said each student has at least 3 substitute teachers per day. Now that's an issue. These people, these parents, should be out. They should be demonstrating and marching at that school around the clock. But my particular issue is President Obama's jobs bill and the fact that he may be the first black president, but it's no reason to disrespect him.
Right.
I am here in support of the president because it's time that this country got more supportive of our president and less abusive of us 99%.
Thank you very much.
By passion, because of this movement, everyone will have at least one opportunity to say something that everybody can hear. This is a worldwide message for you, for us, for we, the people. You know, you get a chance to do that. It's strongly encouraged that you wear all white if possible. Wear all white to show respect. Be completely silent to show respect at the 7 o'clock vigil march tonight. Thank you.
All right, everybody, let's bring it back in. Let's bring it back.
And I just wanted to take a second to address a criticism that has been leveled against us, and that is about the broadness of our message. When I'm sitting here, or when I was sitting in the crowd, I was hearing a lot of people say a lot of things about a lot of different political opinions. Some of those I agreed with, and some of them I didn't. And I think that's all right. I think that's actually a good thing. I think that in diversity of opinion, democracy thrives. And I think it's not entirely important that we agree on every single thing because we are all different people, and unity and heterogeneity are not mutually exclusive. However, we live in a democracy of division. We live in an economy of division. We're told that if we disagree on political subjects, that we need to dislike each other. That if we have things that are different about each other, we need to dislike those things. We're told that in the economy, when we exchange goods and services, we're doing so in competition, that we need to try to squeeze as much money out of our neighbor as possible, and they are supposed to reciprocate in turn. We're encouraged in this distrust of one another. We're encouraged in this disunity. And I think that is having a really negative effect on our society. And I think it is having a really negative effect on our individual mentalities. And that's why I'm incredibly excited about what I see here. I am incredibly excited about what we're doing here. because we're pushing back against the democracy of division and creating a democracy of cooperation instead. And I like that. I was talking to my brother the other day, and we couldn't be any more different. He works in finance, and he was one of those people that was doing the consolidated debt obligations, like he was working until he blew up the company. And we were having a heated discussion with love, because we're brothers, about the movement. And he said, this is how he talks about people in poverty. He said, I don't want economic failures making policy choices for me. And that's the mentality that we're up against, right? This mentality that if you don't have as much money, if you haven't accrued that much wealth, if you're not in the 1%, then you're a failure. And I reject that idea. And I hope you do too. So in creating a democracy of cooperation, in creating an economy of cooperation, an economy of compassion, that is a lot more difficult than it might seem. And it's a lot more difficult than just asking for some specific piece of legislation. They ask us, why don't you have a list of demands? And I would say to that what we are demanding is too broad for words sometimes. That we are not demanding, but we are creating. What we are doing here, we don't need their favors, okay? We're not asking those in power to do something for us. We are taking back power for ourselves, and we're creating what it is that we want to see in this world. We're creating those cooperative processes. We're creating those cooperative structures. And I really applaud that. I'm really happy about that. But I gotta say this, it takes time. And that's the reason this is an occupation, not a protest. Protesters show up and they are excited, they want it to end, right? They want to get what they want, and they want to go home. I know it's cold. You hear that wind blowing. You hear that wind blowing. I know it's cold. But you know what? They want... It really is windy. The thing is that they're telling us we're lazy, okay? They're telling us that we're a bunch of just dissatisfied, stoners that just have nothing better to do, and we're just too lazy to have jobs. And the reason that they're telling us that we're lazy is because they're wanting us to be lazy. They are relying on us being lazy. They want nothing more. They want nothing more than for you to get cold and to go home and turn on the TV and you sit with your TV dinner by yourself and just serve your own needs, okay? They don't want you out here. So let me tell you something. They're hoping you're lazy, and I'm hoping you're not. I'm hoping that we stay out here, and I'm hoping we have endurance. And more than hope, I know that we're going to stay out here, and I know we have endurance, okay?
That's right. Yeah.
Because what we're doing here is more important than TV. It's more important than a short-term comfort. We're creating something here that is more important than all the little short-term pleasures that they want us to be interested in. So let me say these two things. That if we are going to create that culture of cooperation, if we are going to create an economy of cooperation, we need two things. We need patience, because we need to be in this for the long haul. And number two, we need to integrate that mentality of cooperation and compassion into everything we do. We're not just asking for that to happen, we're creating that. And to create that, you need to be it. And so, when you're out there today, I want you to stay in it for the long haul, and I want you to be good to each other. Thank you, everyone. Hello, Cleveland! Yeah! You feel that wind? Yeah! That's the wind of change! Get up, Jim. You're looking particularly beautiful today, Cleveland. You're looking particularly beautiful today because you're standing up and speaking out. And that's a beautiful thing to do.
Today is a good day. Today is a good day because we are here. I've been waiting most of my life for us to be here.
Yeah!
And we're here today.
Yeah!
Say, I'm here.
I'm here!
Say, I'm here today.
I'm here today!
Yeah. Good. Good. Because something is really right about this. Because something is really right when we come together and speak out. Because something is really wrong. Because we know that something is really wrong with our country right now. We feel it inside. That something is really wrong with this inhumane system. Feel that. Feel it. It's in you. It's in all of us. We can feel it deep within us. But today, we're making it right. Today we're making it right by coming together. By being here, and by staying here, and by keep coming out here again and again, by camping here if you can. By coming out here, we're making it right, because we're speaking out again. You could go home. We could all go home and wait and watch things get worse. We could do that. Or we could draw a line. We can draw a line in history and say, today, say oppression ends today.
Yeah!
Today the people of this country, the people of the world, become we the people.
Today about economic justice. Even today in the 21st century, aka 2011, there's discrimination out there. We need to hire the less fortunate, the people at the lower end, the disabled individuals, the people at the lower end. We need to stop that greed. It's ridiculous, and we're in the 21st century. You know, back in the 60s and 70s when they ended that, they really didn't solve the problem. It actually gotten worse over the years. We need to end the greed. We need to work to help each and everyone to the full potential and not ignore anyone.
Night.